Hello, my name is Janice Crawford. I'm the Regional Director for Infrastructure Projects in the South for Network Rail. That means I cover all projects in Wessex, Anglia and the South East. We're here at Waterloo today where we've just finished the Waterloo blockade for 3.5 weeks. We were extending the platforms to take longer trains to increase the capacity across the Wessex region. My safety commitment is to do everything I can to influence everyone to getting home safe every day. Now, what can I do to influence that? Well, it's all about the culture. It's about how we do things about here. And how we do things about here is really about people feeling safe, that they can speak up, that they can challenge. But I understand how difficult that can be for everybody else, for a lot of people who work for us across the industry, to actually make that quite hard decision when the real pressure's on to get a job done, to say, stop, think about this, we're not doing this properly. Or that gang over there who've got nothing to do for me, I can see that they're not doing something really as safe as it needs to be. I need to go and speak to them. So let's have a look at some of our colleagues talking about where they actually did exactly that.
My name is Dave Allen, and at the time I was a site manager for multiple sites. In my incident, we had a team of guys. They were breaking out an old bridge abutment. This was country end of Harpington Station. The action of breaking out the concrete was generating high energy particles, and it was just unsafe. The cost at the time was also being used to watch for trains rather than manage the safety of the team. I was concerned for the safety of my staff. I was also angry and frustrated that this was my team and the way that we'd been asked to do the work was just unsafe. I stopped the work and I stood the team down. I was disappointed that I'd been put in that position. It affected me to the point where I took 2 weeks leave. I was summoned to the office by the managing director. I'd convinced myself during the 2 weeks that I'd had off that I was going to get sacked, so I cleaned out my van, I scrubbed my laptop and I took enough money to get the train home. When we sat and discussed the incident, he actually thanked me and offered me a promotion into the safety team.
My name is Shane O'Halloran. I'm the Managing Director of BCM Construction, and I'm also a member of the Southern Shield Safety Leadership Team. There were a lot of challenges around the job because the weather was really poor. It was very, very cold, and we were doing concrete work. So a lot of the focus was on the weather. You know, there was snow forecast for Christmas, so there was a lot of pressure on the team. I think for me, the key takeaway is listening to Dave's his recollection of the event is he had a very strong fear, or he was convinced, and he'd convinced himself that he was going to get the sack for making that call. When we engage with our teams and we've done culture surveys as part of Southern Shield, we know that there's still a fear for people to lose their jobs if they speak up, and it's totally not the case. You know, it couldn't be further from the truth, really.
Thinking about project delivery, you know, it's very difficult to challenge, but safety is paramount and you have to make the right choices. Doing nothing is not an option, and listen, you're not going to get sacked.
And really that's what this is about. We're looking to make it safe, to make it you feel safe, to make that challenge, to speak up. Because what we're really looking to do is, despite the fact that we work under some really difficult time pressures in the railway, we don't want those time pressures to lead to corners being cut and just get it done approach. It's got to be done safely. So I'd like to thank you today for listening to this message. But if you take nothing else away, what we'd really like you to do is to get to that place where you feel safe, you will be supported to step up and challenge and keep everyone safe on the railway, to make sure we get home safe every day.